What I want to talk about today is sort of an update on sea level rise. And clearly, sea level rise is at our back door, and in places it's come into the back door. It's going to continue to rise for probably centuries to come. It's intimately connected to climate. So I think our objectives are to figure out, what we know, what we don't know, and then what we can begin to do about that.
I was surprised 5 years ago when I got elected to the state assembly and went to Sacramento. I looked and there had never been a single piece of legislation related to sea level rise. There had never been an expenditure in the budget for sea level rise. All of the talk in Sacramento was about, as it related to climate change, was about, how do we stop the climate from changing? What do we do about carbon emissions? And the word adaptation did not appear anywhere in the dialogue in Sacramento.
Here at NASA and NASA Ames, this is an issue that's very close to our heart. We are engaged in the topic of sea level rise in two key ways. First and foremost, we're part of this community. We are threatened by this potential situation. And here at NASA Ames, we have about 2,000 acres. And by our estimates, over half of this could be impacted by a rise of 4 to 5 feet in this average sea level. And that's a huge impact. The second key area of engagement is that we are trying to help solve it.
The governor issued an executive order finally saying we needed to do something about adaptation. And I'm carrying legislation that would codify his executive order into state law. We have come a ways in Sacramento, but Sacramento is a long ways from where the problem is. And so we need here locally to be very focused and energized about trying to do something about sea level rise, because our communities are at risk and at stake. And I believe that the only way we will make any progress in this regard is if we all work together. We will need the public sector, the private sector, all working together. Our nonprofit partners will be important to us in this regard from the environmental community.
Two-word sentences that summarize this. It's real, it's us, it's bad, scientists agree, and there's hope. Thank you very much.
We need to make sure that we create a world here, locally, that is resilient and prepared to adapt. And I think we can only do that if we're all in it together.